At least this isn't a still image, but the whole game is about wrapping paper, and that's nowhere to be seen here. Hey, what's up guys, Juicy John here, welcome to episode 6 in my series on Nitrome. And in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at Nitrome's 6th game according to the order of their website, but their 8th game according to the wiki, so somebody gotta explain that to me. Now, since this is the Nitrome minigame, I'm going to have to do everything I can in order to make this review a decent length. I had one commenter say good luck with it, I had another commenter like you sure this even deserves a review, so I'll be damned if I can't get this review to at least 5 minutes. So I'll get prepared because this will be the most in-depth review of a Nitrome game you have ever seen, if not any game you have ever seen. So to start off this review, there is one soundtrack in this game which plays on the menu as well as during the game itself. The song which you are hearing in the background right now is an Overkill Pixel remix of Jingle Bells. This song fits perfectly into the game as it becomes extremely intense trying to find the present before too much time is wasted. There are 9 different gift wraps that are used to wrap the presents in this game, which are all shown on the menu, and make up the title of the game, Gift Wrapped. So first off, we have a snowman with a red hat and scarf as well as a dark blue background. Next up, we have red presents with a light green bow as well as a dark green background. Then we have these acorns with white and red hats with 2 green leaves sticking out. Okay, seriously, what the heck is this supposed to be? The final letter of the word gift is wrapped in the plant holly with a light green background. Next up is a snowflake gift wrapped with a light blue background. Next up we have the first of 2 cameos, which is the chick from Nitrome's previous game, Chick Flick. There is a pink background behind the chicks, and also you can see my review of this game in the playlist link in the description. Next we have a bunch of decapitated Santa heads in a lake of his blood. Then we have a bunch of decapitated reindeer heads in a pool of their blood. Then we have the second cameo in the game, which is Nitrome Sandman, who are wearing red with a pink background. Also link to that review in the playlist in the description below. And the final gift wrap in the game is light green Christmas trees over a dark green background. From the menu, you can turn the FX and music on or off. You can click play, instructions, scores, or credits. In the instructions manual, there are 3 short paragraphs which I will read in order to give you a better understanding of the game. It's Christmas Day and it's time to unwrap your presents, but first you have to figure out which are yours. A box at the top of the screen shows you what the present looks like unwrapped. There are a selection of wrapped presents beneath it, and you have to click on the one you think your present is. One of these here is the robot from the find box above. The timer shows you how much time you have left. Each present you get will give you some extra time. Try to get as many presents as you can for a good high score. Good luck! So now that you know how the game is played, let's move on to the game itself. So the game is played on a nice hardwood floor. To the left is a red couch. To the right is a Christmas tree with lights as well as red and gray ornaments. And in the bottom right corner there is a blue kitten who is frozen to death. So in the game itself, it starts off with a few presents, and basically you have to see the shape of the wrap present and match it up with the one in the find box as quick as possible. So there are a total of 10 different presents in the game, some of which have a present that looks similar to them, which I noticed and also the wiki broke down. So now I'll go over the 10 presents and which ones are in pairs. So first off we have the sock and the ice skate, which of all the presents gave me the most trouble differentiating. Then we have the toy train and the toy car, which were wrapped and maybe covered slightly by other presents. The wheels really messed me up. Then we have the toy robot and the teddy bear, which I only really mixed up when I clicked too quickly. Then we have the violin and the wine bottle, which I never really mixed up too much. I just had a ton of trouble finding the violin, especially when I was getting up in the thousands. Then the 2 final presents, which aren't similar to each other, are the candy cane and the ring was definitely the most easy present to spot as it's just a giant big circle. So your timer has a maximum of 30 seconds and you get plus 5 seconds for every present you find, as well as 10 points added to your score. Now early on I wasn't great at the game, but I really got better over time, like recognizing small differences between the presents and how to spot them even if they're slightly covered up, and I had a ton of fun playing this game. As far as the presents being super covered up, sometimes I feel like it is a bit too much, but there always is that one thing you can notice in order to find it. Now I just showed the clip of this covered up teddy bear, but if you do look closely you can definitely tell that's the leg of a teddy bear, so sure it's annoying that it's covered, but there still are ways in order to find it. This game was so addicting that I actually went for a top 100 score. So my playthrough to reach the top 100 lasted half an hour, and I just kept getting better and better the more I played, and I would notice slight differences between the presents in order to notice them in a giant pile. And it's pretty cool how the game gets more and more challenging the higher your score gets, and they also use the similar colors of wrapping paper in order to make giant blobs of presents, so it's even harder for you to find them. So when playing, I knew to reach the top 100, all I needed was over like 3,200 something, and I reached 3,480. So I submitted my score as Juicy John, and when checking the high score list, I should be tied with 87, so my score should at least be at 88, but for some reason it's not there, so I don't know if just the scoreboards are dead and they don't add new high scores anymore. So after half an hour of playing, that was pretty disappointing. Now, as far as how this game could be better, I understand it's a mini game, but I think unlocking different backgrounds or maybe different wrapping paper or different types of presents would add a lot more to the game, but overall I think it works pretty well as it is. So, as far as rating this game, maybe you'll be surprised by this, but I gotta give it a 7 out of 10. Now sure, it's a mini game and there could be a lot more added, but for what it is and what they're going for, they completely nailed it. The game is super addicting, the soundtrack is good, and it was a ton of fun to play. And of all the games I've reviewed, this is definitely the one I'm most likely to go back and replay in the future. So thank you for watching to the end. I'm glad I was able to get this review to 6 minutes. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a Nitrome review every Friday at 5 PM Eastern, and next Friday I will be reviewing Scribble. And yes, I'm zooming in on the pirate's hat because it is red and white, which are Christmassy colors, and there is nothing from gift wrapped in this Nitrome image. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time. Lace up.